Well, this is the building that we intend to adapt into an eye clinic and training center. This is the roof you can see, which we hope to put some solar panels up there to give us some additional options for power. It's in a residential area of Kinshasa, not far from the airport, and as you can see, not a lot of traffic outside. Inside the compound, you can see the neighbors building at the end there. We're going to build a wall to divide us from them so that they can have a bit of privacy. And you can see by the state of the roofing up there that some work is required to fix some of the damaged wood. There's a very large perimeter wall that surrounds the building that needs some attention as well. And this is the front wall where we will put a gate that will give the neighbors access to their own properties from the main road outside. And you can see that some of the wood is quite weather worn and rotten up there, so we're going to have to replace some of that. This is the entrance to the clinic, and as you walk in here, we have a fairly large room which will be used as the reception area and waiting area. So there'll be a reception desk and seating for possibly about 30 people, and they will obviously be waiting there to have their eyes examined. And quite a large room. You can see an additional room at the far end there, and we intend to perhaps use that as a collection point where people can come and collect their glasses and get them adjusted properly. So, and there'll also be some administration going on in there as well. So there'll be a couple of desks in that part of the room itself. This is looking at it from the other direction, and you can see down the far end, that's the front door where the people will come in into the reception. Moving out of this area, we come into the corridor which feeds all the rooms in the building, and this end of the building will be for the eye clinic. So we've got the consultation rooms down here. This will be consultation room 1. These are fairly large rooms. As you can see, it's a large double bedroom, and both consultation room 1 and this one, room 2, are the same size and are more than adequate to provide space for the consultation rooms. This one is a slightly smaller room in here, and this will be used probably for dispensing. We have the bathroom and a loo in here, and this will be for the trainers, for the staff who will be working in the clinic, and for the students as well. So not available to the public. This is a slightly smaller room, which is currently for storage, but we'll be using this for the laboratory and storage as well, where we'll be cutting the lenses for the glasses. This is a very nicely lit room which will be used as a classroom, and we hope to accommodate about 8 students in here, and there'll be bookcases with books and a sort of library of books in here with maybe a projector and other and computers, things that we need to do the teaching. Opposite this is another room which will be used as a consultation room. This will be a training consultation room, so we'll have slit lamps, tonometers, screeners. The students will go in there and they will learn how to use the equipment and how to perform refraction. Opposite that, we have another room which will become the office. So we'll have a couple of desks in here and some computers, some shelving and cabinets. We do hope to install a satellite dish at some point to give us internet access, which will be very useful for the training. That was Robert, he's the owner of the building. Now we come into the accommodation section. So this is where Judine, myself, and others who may be training will be staying. You can see this is a fairly large area. Down the end there will be the main entrance into the accommodation. So we're going to remove those 2 windows and replace them with one single large door. This side of the room will be maybe shut off and locked off to keep us to give our neighbours privacy who are living just outside there. This will become a bedroom. As you can see, it needs a lot of work, and next to that we have a kitchen which will be completely stripped down. The tiles will be taken off, the walls will be made good, and it will be retiled, and we will have a new kitchen installed, probably just using sort of a flat pack units that we can assemble and put into place. So that's the kitchen. Next to that, we've got the main bedroom, and this is a fairly large room which will um, be able to take 2 single beds, and you can see that hole in the wall at the end. That leads into the ensuite, and you can see the floor needs quite a lot of attention as well in here. But in the ensuite, we'll be putting a window in there. We'll be plumbing in a loo, and there is currently a shower in there, believe it or not. And we'll have to retile that room, make the door good, um, and yeah, put the door in there. So coming back outside into the living area, you can see as we look up that the brickwork is not very good, and the door needs a lot of attention. So we'll be putting door frames in, new doors, and the ceiling as well needs to be insulated, and we'll need to put some wood up there as well, some panels just to provide us with some soundproofing against the rain. So going back up the corridor again, this is entering now into the student section, the training center. That's the first half, and we have another look at the bathroom in here. We'll be taking the bath out and putting a shower in there. There's a little sink, and we have the loo. So not a lot of light in these rooms, but enough, and they will do. And this will be a good facility for the students to use while they're there. This is a photograph just to show you the size of the rooms, which are pretty good. And this is the electricity as it stands at the moment. This is the main electrical feed into the building. Very primitive, and we will have to change everything. In fact, we're going to be getting a new fuse box which will be installed inside the building. So all of this will go. It just wouldn't be able to cope with the load that we will be putting on it with all the equipment. So we'll have to replace the electrics completely, rewire the building, and start again. The wires just go up the wall as they stand, and they enter the building through the ceiling. You can see here that the wire goes up into the loft space, and then it comes down. This is the water supply going into the bathroom, the loo, and the shower, or the bath as it is at the moment. And this is a little yard outside the clinic, which we will give to the neighbors. Will have this space as their own, and we'll build a wall just there in front of that man. And we're going to put the door or the gate here for the residents, for the neighbors, so that they can get in and out. Again, you can see the roof does need quite a lot of attention. We need to replace some of the wood up there and tidy up. And these are the neighbors. You can see that there's this narrow passageway that separates the neighbors from the clinic. And this lady is preparing dinner by the looks of it. And so it's be nice to have these people living so close. It will provide a certain atmosphere for us, and it'd be nice to get to know them too. I just hope that they will be okay with all the people coming and going. This is a yard around the back of the building, which and these buildings here, these external buildings, provide accommodation for Robert's family, who are currently living in the main building. So they'll have to move out and move into these areas, into these rooms. And this is just showing the clinic from the back, and that's the accommodation section, this side of the building. And Dieudonné is showing the perimetry wall, which needs a lot of work, because a lot of it is not built upon proper foundations. So it's not exactly erect. It's in places it's really leaning at the moment, so we're going to have to make that safe. And we're going to be putting another wall just here where Dieudonné is showing us, which will then separate again the public area from the private area at the back. And we're going to put the door in here, which will be the main entrance into the accommodation, and we'll have some steps and perhaps a veranda outside there that will lead into the building where the accommodation is. This just shows you where the drainage is going. The pipes are underground here, and they lead to a very large underground tank. This is the water supply that feeds the ensuite, and this is the space at the side of the building. And as you can see, when it rains, it really does rain, and because there's no drainage outside, it tends to just create this lake. So we're going to have to deal with that as well. And you can see that the gates there don't shut properly because the walls are not straight and not square, so that needs our attention.